Welcome to the regular council meeting of the Village of Valemount. Just before we get started, maybe I'll read the vision and mission first. Our vision is striving for a vibrant and balanced community, and it's our mission to serve the community and embrace opportunity. And there's a couple things I'd just like to go over before we get started. I just wanted to recognize that tonight is Martin Gislimberti's last night doing sound for council. So if you've been watching online and appreciate how the sound's put together and that you can hear what we're saying, and even sometimes when Ann and I whisper, that's Martin. Yeah, let's recognize Martin. Yeah, that's great. And I'm sure most people know by now that our corporate officer, Braden Hutchins, is announced that he's leaving the organization. And it's been a fantastic 2 years of having him around. We really appreciate all the work that he's done. And Hollie on the APC and with CBT, I think we've all been impacted by his work here. So it's been a real pleasure to have his presence. And also tonight with us is Cameron Bell, our intern from NDIT. And it's great to have him here on side too, helping us out. Well, let's begin the meeting then. The first item is to adopt the agenda. And there is an additional item that's been circulated to council.
That's correct.
It is an in-camera piece. And it's in camera. There's how many items and what sections are they?
It's only one item.
One item?
One or two items. Section K, I believe.
Okay. So we'll add that in-camera portion to the agenda. So when you see us go in camera at the end of the meeting, that's why we've just had a late coming thing. And yeah, it's great. Allows us to do the business of the village. So a motion to...
One other amendment quickly.
Oh.
We'd just like to add the staff recommendation to accept the reading file for information purposes only. That was accidentally left out.
All right. Well, that's a critical one. Thank you, Mr. Bell. Cool. Sorry about that. Okay, fantastic. So with that, those two additions, Councillor Salt, Councillor Blanchette, all in favor? Good show. We're off to a good start. We've got 3 sets of minutes to accept this evening, and so we'll go through them one by one. The first is August 12th regular council meeting. Are there any substantive changes to that, Councillor Salt?
In the reading file, it lists the BC Ombudsperson annual report. That wasn't in the file. It's listing it here as something that was pulled out, but it wasn't in that regular council meeting file.
Huh. Okay,
Right,
that's interesting.
exactly.
Yeah, so I was like, that wasn't in there.
Yeah.
Wasn't there, but there was an overview of the Ombudsman's report, wasn't there, with... Okay, fair enough.
On that agenda, no.
Okay, excellent. And any other changes or additions, submissions?
And then there was also under the public comment section, I believe there might have been a misrepresentation of what was said by Rita Ruertz. It's not making sense here. It says it is bad for business to run a chamber of commerce. It should be run by the chamber and would give office space to the chamber. I think she was referring to the visitor center. So there's something not worded right.
Oh, so it's chamber rather than visitor info center.
Yeah.
The other way around, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Perfect. Okay, with those changes? Okay, Councillor Latimer, Councillor Blanchette, and all in favor? Excellent. And 3.2, minutes of the August 12th public hearing. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Latimer, all in favor? Very good. And the minutes of the August 15th special meeting of council. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Salt. Second that. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All in favor? Great. Okay, no delegations tonight. We're moving on to the reading file. And anything that anybody wants to pull up here of interest? No, great. Let's accept the reading file for information only. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Latimer, all in favor? Great. Administrator reports. So this is a direct impact of the losing our corporate officer in the interim. So what we need to do is appoint a chief election officer and deputy chief election officer. And the staff recommendation, I'll move this if this is okay, that council rescind resolution 30914, and that pursuant to section 41(1) and 2 of the Local Government Act, Ann Yanciw be appointed chief election officer for conducting the 2014 general local elections, with power to appoint other election officials as required for the administration and conduct of the 2014 general local elections. And that Cameron Bell be appointed deputy chief election officer for 2014 general local elections. Councillor Blanchette will second it. Great. And all in favor? Perfect. Get that squared away. Okay, so many bylaws. So we're moving into action here. First of all, 14.1, the Village of Valemount Bylaw Enforcement and Adjudication Amendment Bylaw number 720. The recommendation is that we approve fourth and final reading of the Village of Valemount Bylaw Enforcement and Dispute Adjudication System Amendment Bylaw 720, 2014. Councillor Blanchette? Councillor Salt? Any discussion? Right on. All in favor? Okay. 14.2, the Village of Valemount Noise Bylaw Amendment Bylaw number 721, 2014. That council approved fourth and final reading of this. Gonna move her. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Latimer. Any discussion? All in favor? Fantastic. The Village of Valemount Permissive Tax Exemption Bylaw number 722, 2014. That council approved first and second reading of the Permissive Tax Exemption Bylaw number 722. Councillor Salt, Councillor Latimer. And any discussion? Yeah. All in favor? Great. That was hashed out in great detail at the last meeting. The Village of Valemount Zoning Bylaw Amendment, Bylaw number 723, that we approve first reading of said bylaw. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Salt, all in favor? Okay. 14.5, Village of Valemount Animal Bylaw number 724, 2014. This is a great one. It's been in discussion. The history of this has been that it's most recently been kicked out to the Advisory Planning Commission, who's provided some input on it and actually made some substantive changes. It's here for first reading tonight of 4.
There was a lot of discussion on this back and forth, and I think everybody came up with a good solution.
Right on. Yeah. Great. Well, it's great to have that keen group of people sitting down and hashing through it and seeing what the impacts are. So can I get a mover? Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Latimer. Okay. And discussion?
If I may make one comment for clarification, it was originally proposed as one bylaw when it came to council for information purposes, and it's now been broken into a zoning bylaw amendment and an animal control bylaw amendment just for administrative ease.
Perfect. Thanks. Great.
Is that through consultation with our bylaw enforcement officer?
Partially, and primarily through consultation with the ladies that work at the front desk that are going to have to deal with our bylaw amendments.
Fair enough.
I know there certainly has been some concern how they're going to manage that, so it's good that we're making sure to address their concerns as well.
Great. Okay, if that's it, all in favor? Very good. Okay, wow, we've rocked through this thing. We're going to do council reports now. Who wants to go?
I will go. I had no meetings, however, I have lots of emails and requests. So the first one is, I want to remind everybody, it's the 33rd Annual Fishing Derby this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Okay? You can get derby tickets from myself. I notice our president and secretary are here as well, Corey and Owen. It's a great family event. It's fun for everybody. You've got to come up. It's fabulous. This is my 10th year.
Okay.
Second thing is, on behalf of Northern Health and the Lions Club, who really were instrumental in getting our audiology truck, we're going to be having hearing tests. I know you guys have seen this everywhere, okay? So it's for hearing tests. Go, stop, you rotter. So call Barb Shepherd, okay, to make an appointment, 4378, okay? And this is free, okay, for everybody. Okay. Next was one of our citizens brought to my attention the Columbia Basin Trust Canadian Rural Revitalization Foundation Conference. It's time sensitive. The cutoff date is Friday. It's the Columbia Basin Trust is sponsoring 12 residents from the Columbia Basin Trust region to attend the 2014 Canadian Rural Revitalization Foundation Conference. It's from September 25th to the 27th. Their conference registration fee and accommodation costs are covered, as well as up to $500 for transportation. If you want more information on this, the email is cbt@cbt.org. Okay. And finally, we are losing our health service administrator as of September 8th. Debbie Strang is moving on. And we are excited to be getting Kelty Carmichael. And she will be starting on the 8th, and she will be supporting McBride and Valemount as Debbie does now. So I'd like to thank Debbie for all of her hard work. It's great working with her. She's a great partner, and I know that Kelty will be too. So I'm looking forward to that, and I meet her on the 8th.
Okay.
And don't forget the Derby.
I'll go next. I didn't really have any meetings on behalf of council, but the Thompson Okanagan Tourism Association Board of Directors came to Valemount last Monday. I met them down in Kamloops, and we rode all through our region all the way back up to Valemount here with stops along the way. Stopped at Wells Gray and Mike Wigley's establishment and did a tour there. We got here, we had dinner. The next morning we were supposed to go on a helicopter tour, but because it was socked in, we didn't get to do that. So we all went down to the Visitor Information Center, Sam, and talked to everybody about it. They were over the top thrilled with the presentation. On the way back, we stopped at Blue River Safari, had lunch, and went on their river safari. Something definitely everybody needs to do. It was unreal. The good thing is that there was 12 people here of the board. Most had never been up to this area. We're very impressed with what we had to offer in our little village. We stopped at the Gathering Tree on the way out, and everybody got lattes, and did a little walk downtown, and they were quite surprised at how nice our downtown was and what we did have to offer for such a little village. So it was definitely well worth the trip, and some are coming back to do some hiking.
Good deal.
So,
Right on.
yeah, it was very successful.
I didn't have a whole lot other than, for me, it was very exciting to attend as alternate for Mayor McCracken, the Regional District Fraser Fort George Board meetings, and 3 standing committee meetings that Mayor McCracken's appointed to. And it was so exciting and fun to work with some people that I've worked with for so many years on a different capacity, to sit in that boardroom and work with them that way. And also some of the other directors on the board that, you see in passing at UBCM or NCLGA, and it was really interesting experience. Very formal, but felt quite comfortable, so it was a good time. I really enjoyed it, and there was quite an intense public hearing, but that was also very interesting as well. Yeah. It just really teaches you to really look at the whole regional district, and you hear and see that there's challenges everywhere like we have in our area H, and no, it was a wonderful experience, and hope to go again sometime.
Right on. Yeah.
So if you not all of a sudden get sick next month.
Hey. Yeah. Cool. That's nice. I'll try to give you lots of notice and chance to prep and stuff like that. That worked out well, and thank you so much for taking over that file, because we just appointed you at the last council meeting, so really appreciate that. I was not there. I was at Myrtle Lake conducting critical business for the village of Valemount, that is tending my mental health. Which, no, it was absolutely fantastic. Myrtle Lake is such a hidden gem. If you're able to pull a canoe 2 kilometers, it's a really fantastic, unworldly experience. I just want to say at this, it was great to take some time off this summer, and thank council for being, Christine, for your work in TODA. I know that you're there professionally as well as bring council perspective to it, and Hollie for your work on the Councillor Blanchette, for your work on the health file. It's great that you're keeping us up to date. And thank you again for taking care of Regional District. It's been great. And I just want to say that I've been feeling very supported by staff and council, and I've just had a bomber summer. It's been amazing. Culminating in the Robson Valley Music Festival last weekend, which was really cool. So.
I have one thing to forget.
Okay. Fishing derby.
I forgot, no. Well, I forget, it is for the fishing derby, but Saturday at 10 a.m. we're doing a grand unveiling. I'm not going to say what for, but it's Saturday at the marina at 10 a.m. So the newspapers might want to be there as well. Just, okay. There, now I'm done.
Fair warning. Okay, very good. Motion to receive, I'll move receipt and second for that, Councillor Latimer. Get back from the vacation. Yeah, indeed. All in favor? Great. Okay, there's no new business. We've got a list of outstanding previous council resolutions, a calendar of events. Those are for information, and that brings us to public comment. Any comments from the public? Okay. We'll move along. Fair enough. There is a show going on right now at the Legion that I'm trying to make to, and everybody's helping out tremendously. One of the reasons for my short report. So that concludes the public portion of this thing. I guess the next item is to proceed to in camera. Councillor Salt, Councillor Latimer, all in favor? Great.
I was doing that at Regional District 2. Adjourn.